I don't know what that means, but are we live? Oh, I guess we're live. So, a lot of stuff has happened since Saturday's game. A lot of things to talk about. We're live today here on Outside the Pod. Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What's up, fans? Danny D here in the house with my brother Jules. Outside the Pod and Miami Dolphins podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe, check us out. So, yeah, we had the game on Saturday, but we got a lot of current events since then. So we'll hit up the game later. For right now, I think the biggest news coming out of the Miami Dolphins camp is Matthew Judon. I mean, I used to love him at New England. In New England, you know, again, my wife's a New England Patriots fan. We used to watch him, and I used to like him. I used to be like, man, this dude is good. He was always in and around the quarterback. So
it was a lot of trouble, right?
But, like, what does this mean for the team? Like, are we just trying to build the Avengers, as some people were saying in Twitter, you know, or X, the Avengers of, you know, the Miami Dolphin Avengers here and of pass rush? Like, what happened to, I know we need some O-linemen. Can we get some O-linemen, please? You know what I mean? Like, what does this mean? What do you think, Jules? Like, what is the plan here with Matthew Judon?
I don't know, man. I think that Anthony Weaver's trying to conjure something up over there. Something new, maybe a new wrinkle to the defense. I just think that he's just gonna rotate a lot of these guys in and out a lot. He's gonna do a lot of this stuff, depending on what the situation is. First, second, third, fourth, short, long. He just needs, he just wants bodies out there to rotate people, to try to stay healthy, to try to show new wrinkles and things like that. That's what I think. I'm not buying into this, we're signing someone to trade someone else or
injuries, maybe. What about injuries? You think Jalen Phillips is more hurt than what they're saying that he is?
I don't know, man. I haven't heard anything. I mean, it could be a possibility. Even if no one is hurt or seriously hurt, I think that you still can't have enough of those guys. I mean, he just said that today. We can't have enough of those guys, and I think he's right. We've been stung by the injury bug from our edge rushers, Chubb last year, JP last year.
Yeah.
And so then we didn't have a pass, except for Chop. We really didn't have much for the rest of the season, right? Once they went down. So I think that he's trying to avoid that. Have some people waiting in the wings, to go into and take the spot. But I think that's just it. But you're right. I think that it's funny because we do have some needs elsewhere. But again, like we've talked before, it's a bend but not break situation for us.
Yeah.
We're our corners are just gonna we're counting on them bending but not breaking, and we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I guess they're doubling down on just creating a crazy pass rush, and maybe that way helping our cornerbacks be able to make plays on the ball. If the quarterback is rushed, you know what I mean? And he's rushed to get the ball out of his hands. So maybe that's what they're doubling down on that. Let's get Matthew Judon so he's available. Hopefully he could get him back to speed because he didn't have the greatest of years with Atlanta. But I know he's capable. And And yeah, I mean, he could be a great depth guy if that's the case. If he's just coming in to give somebody a breather, great. Or somebody does get hurt, we still got more rush, more defensive ends coming on, out of the bench with Matt Judon. So great. I mean, I'm expecting them to still make a move, Chris Greer here, with maybe a cornerback specifically, but O lineman as well. But yeah, I think for now I'm okay with Matt Judon joining the team. But let's talk about the other move that happened this really today, right? Which is Xavier Howard going to the Colts. All I have to say is that we passed on him for 2 years, basically. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm against them not signing him just based on experience. Just based on the level of just kind of having a coach on the field for the cornerbacks. So much experience at a very high level coming from Xavier Howard. And them not signing him over, giving him a chance to come and work out with the Dolphins is kind of sad. So he better suck, man. He better suck in Indianapolis, just so I don't feel like I need to kick Greer in the balls any more than I already do.
Yeah, well, you know what? Going back to the last time X was playing with us, I think he had lost a step or two.
Yeah,
toward the end there, but I do think it's valuable that what he brings as far as leadership and experience, especially to this group right now. I mean, heck, who wouldn't take advantage of such the experience and all that? I mean that if at least that. Let's say he's lost 5 steps at this point. At least we have that. But I guess maybe Anthony Weaver, maybe he doesn't like the guy. I don't know, man. Because he was last time he was here as a Vic Fangio, right? So I don't know if Anthony Weaver maybe likes him or what. What does he think about him? I don't know. Maybe there's something there. Maybe not. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Yeah,
because I don't know. We're outside.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Who knows? I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, maybe he didn't want to make that kind of signing of an old guy, been sitting for a couple of years, but we got Darren Waller. Exactly. We got Matt Judon. You know what I mean? These guys have been sitting without a job, and we got them. And you couldn't give
the CFL or the UFL.
Yeah, and we got another one, right? Dantzler. Off the streets. What are we doing here? So, I don't know, man. Going back to Darren Waller, though, Smith is telling us, like, hey, he's confident that this kid is going to, that he's smart and he's going to be ready for the season. I'm putting him in the box with Cam Smith, man, for now. Him and Cam Smith are... Hey, it's not playing. Anyway, they're not to be talked to in this channel. Those guys are. There you go. There's my foul. Throw the flag. You can't talk about them on this channel. They need to earn their way back. I'll pick up the yellow flag once they prove themselves that they're actually part of this damn team. Because right now, Cam Smith, let's go into the game a little bit. He did make a tackle. There was a Cam Smith sighting. Fourth quarter, made a pretty good open field tackle for a loss on a screen. Or is it a screen or it was like a sweep? But it was, open field, him and the running back only, and he made the tackle pretty good. But either way, they get the whistle. But yeah, we had a pretty rough week before the game. First day, what was it? Wednesday practice. Amon Ra just killing Jack Jones. I mean, besides the point, the whole team was just, I don't know if they were just, I don't know. They must have had some conjugal visits that night prior or something. But Macanas way. They were Macanas that day. And so yeah. But come back, even though so Chop Robinson was carted off, gave us a big scare. And then he came back the next day on Thursday, which we had a way better practice.
Yeah.
Practice was better. Everybody was a little bit more engaged. We had some good, like 7 touchdowns or something like that. Even some of the Detroit beat writers are like, "Hey, we're getting, too many touchdowns on us this time around." So yeah, it was good to see that they kind of brought it back up the next day. But what anything that you saw in particular that I'm missing?
Well, first of all, when I started hearing some of those reports, right, I was like, dang, man, that's like now a few joint practices in a row where we're seeing this kind of crap going on. We've been talking about this culture change and being soft, and I was just worried, man. I was like, what the hell's going on with this team? But it was just a sigh of relief to see the next practice, and then of course the game, that maybe that was kind of flukish, that first day in Detroit. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a cause for concern especially with the first practice, right? And then having the practices with the Bears and the game not being so great with the Bears besides our starters, which we couldn't really gauge, right? Because it was starters against like their second or third team. So it was like, ooh, are we really going to be able to handle business? And then we go to Detroit and they kind of, kick us in the butt a little bit. But then we go into the game. And it's kind of even, I think. There was some starters, I think, on the Detroit defense. And for the most part, we were all on second team, third team guys for the game. And my first thought was easily Zach Wilson's not it. I don't know. Not everybody feels that way, right? Everybody has their own thing. Their own opinion about Zach Wilson. But I'm going to be honest, there's something about why he made a couple of good throws when he had the time and everything was wide open. But he just didn't look sharp. He took some sacks where he was holding it too long. It wasn't because the offense just melted down. He was holding it too long. He didn't find the right receiver. He underthrew it. D. Eskridge, very well. He did muff a punt or fumbled the punt. But he did a couple other returns where I don't remember if it was a punt or a kick return. But either way, he did fumble one. But other ones, he did very well. He recovered from them. But anyway, going back to Zach Wilson, D. Eskridge down the seams for a touchdown, dude. 60-yarder probably. Underthrew him. Worse than Tua has ever done. And D. Eskridge had to bat it down again. Just like the first game, the receivers had to play defense on a couple of his throws, bro. Blatantly bad. And then no, footwork, even though I'm not, I don't know ball. I know zero ball. But I know that his feet need to move a little bit more than he does in the pocket. Because they don't move at all, man. He's just standing there, man. And he's hoping that something opens up for him.
Yeah.
So Eskridge was a good target for him. He did have some good catches. Eskridge, like I said, I think he was one of the top guys on that game. But yeah, I mean, some of the throws just weren't good. Not good enough. First quarter, Ethan Bonner ended up walking out, hamstring. And he's still down for a hamstring. Mike McDaniel says weeks, could be weeks. He doesn't say it's something really long. It's a hamstring, but you know how nagging those things could be.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody that uses those quick twitch muscles, that sprinting basically at all times, which is bad because, we all know that Ethan Bonner may be looking for one of these starting spots at cornerback. And he was doing, to that point, even though it was just the first quarter or maybe early in the second quarter, I can't remember exactly. To that point, he was doing pretty good in coverage, had a couple of tackles, I think. So he was around the ball, and so it was good to see. I know you didn't quite get to analyze too much of the game, but
no,
any
man,
thoughts?
Zach Wilson is who we thought he was. Still, he's still the same quarterback of the Jets, man. He's just has a different uniform now. But he is who we thought he was. That's just it. And I'm worried, if Tua goes down, dude, it's over, dude. It's game over. Because Zach Wilson is Zach Wilson. And Quinn Ewers, we still gotta, leave him in the oven some more.
Yeah. I mean, we're in trouble again.
Yeah.
It's season over. And even more important, right? We many episodes ago, when I looked at the camera and I said, Tua, you need to stay healthy. It is even more apparent now that is the case, because your backups, like Jules just said, this guy needs to brew a little longer. He's going to have to sit a little longer behind a little bit more experience, and that's what Mike McDaniel is looking at it. Unfortunately, right? Even though start of the second half was all Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I'm just gonna say about, I was worried about last week. I really, really gave a shout out to special teams, right? Last week, and this week was a little bit more shaky, but still, I think we're still gonna be light years better than last year, I would say.
Yeah. Henning also fumbled their return.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. But the thing, about the defense, I've seen the highlights and some of the coaches' film and things like that, man, our defensive line looking so good right now, so sexy.
Yeah. And the depth too, like the rookies, the guys that are maybe not even going to make the roster, but they're still very good.
I know, man. There's going to be some really tough decisions coming up because we can't keep all of them. Mm-hmm. I just feel bad for guys like Murphy and McLennan who looking really good right now, but we won't be able. And now with Matthew Judon, we've definitely going to lose one of them, probably both of them.
Probably both of them. That's right,
man.
Yeah. And they're probably going to go somewhere and, they're going to go with the Patriots or something and kick our butts, probably, It always happens to us that way, The second quarter, I'll bring up at this point, I'm going to bring up Tesla, who's by all means, he's a starting wide receiver, but he's a rookie. So they're giving him reps. I'm pretty sure that that Detroit's looking to start this kid. And he's looking pretty good, man. He diced us up. Big, strong kid. They got a good receiver, rookie. I'm not sure where they drafted him. Was he drafted high?
I can't recall off the top of my head for sure.
It doesn't sound familiar, like something that he got picked up in the first round even. I don't think. So if you're looking that up, I'll keep going. Some of the runs that Detroit had to the outside, they kind of got around. Once they got around the defensive line, they were able to get a few yards that way. So that's one thing that I noticed, that maybe we weren't setting the edge well enough with this team, with this group of guys. But again, it was like third string at this point, right? Third string freaking defensive ends and linemen, so which are still like we just talked about, just blowing us away as far as how good they're looking. And then let's see. anyway, still Eskridge doing pretty well. Like I said, he had many plays. He had a touchdown with Zach Wilson before the end of the first half. But then again, Zach Wilson, he was taking sacks with just holding it too long. Again, and now like moving after the second half so first half was all Zach Wilson, second half all Quinn Ewers. So it was pretty good to be able to see those guys kind of battle it out almost.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you when I say, and I think a lot of people agree with me because I've seen other channels talk about this already. And that's that I'm more comfortable with Quinn Ewers, man. I am more comfortable with Quinn Ewers.
I hear you.
And this game showed me that even more than the first, because the first one, stats-wise, you were like, ugh, they both sucked, right? And it was like, yeah, he fumbled. He kind of held it a couple times. This time, there was one where he could have had like a pick six or at least an interception. It was pretty close. But other than that, man, decisive, quick release, just like Tua. Very similar, man. He could run very similar offense. The style's very similar. So the transition from if Tua gets out and Quinn Ewers comes in, it's very similar, man. Boom, drop back. As soon as his back foot hits, boom, he's out. And he had some good throws to Weiss, to Eskridge, and I mean, some really good stuff from him down the field and everything. So it was good. I think it was a good game from Quinn. And I think there's a lot of people, especially Mike McDaniel's in the building right now, looking like, hey, you can't just push him to the side. You already know he's in your face right now. And I think a lot of the media is in their face too. Like, hey, man, Quinn Ewers is looking better than Zach Wilson. I know you're paying him money. And that might be the reason why, QB2 will remain Zach Wilson for at least a few more weeks.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, yeah, we're hearing it all over the place that, if is Ewers QB2, I'm worried that he's only faced, second string, third string people, right? And so that's why people need to like chill out, he'll get his chance. It's not going to be this year. He'll get his chance, but he still needs to, ride the bench a little bit. People need to chill out. A lot of guys do well in preseason and in practice. But,
just like last year, right? with Skylar Thompson.
Yeah, exactly. And he's killing it this preseason.
He's killing it this year, exactly. Yeah.
But it is way too different when you're in a real NFL game, regular season game, playing against these superstars. It's way different. It's gonna be way different for him. So we just need to chill out, let the guy keep learning. We're in the right track, man. And we all just gotta be patient. And we can't be listening to that kind of stuff. Hey, we want Ewers, that kind of thing. We're probably going to see some signs, as soon as first sign of adversity, we're going to see Ewers for president and all this shit. We can't listen to that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I might be right there with him, man, to be honest, especially if Zach Wilson goes in there, right? And it's just trash because I know he will be. You want nothing more than to just give him a chance, because at that point, if that's the situation that we're in, Tua's gone, right? Zach Wilson in there and he sucks. Yeah. You might as well, bro, because we're done. So we're done for.
Yeah. I mean, if it's week friggin', 12 and we're out of it.
8. 8? Yeah.
No, who's out at week 8 unless we're like 1-7 or something like that?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that that's the route we're going to. If Tua gets hurt early, first three weeks, that's very possible.
Well, but it's more. The thing is, it's going to be more a testament to Zach Wilson sucking.
Yeah.
More so than reasons to put Ewers in.
No, absolutely. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I don't disagree with that part. Yeah, I don't disagree with it. So into the defensive side, looking great, man. I mean, the Detroit Lions were able to do, like I said, with Tesla, they were able to move the ball, right, with that guy. But at the defense looked great, man. Like some of the defensive players, I'm gonna be very saddened to see go, like Murphy, Biggers. I mean, they were going in there, like, man, like Biggers and Jordan Phillips. Every freaking play, bro, just swim move the hell out, push the offensive lineman out of the way and get, like, right in there, dude. Like they were splitting butter, man, with a hot knife. And so they had to start rolling them out. And so
Phillips was chasing down running backs on like
it was. Oh man, like I said, I'm not looking forward to some of these cuts, bro, on the defensive side, especially because we have so little big names like beyond the defensive line. You kind of just want to hoard them. You know what I mean? No, stay. But yeah, so I'm gonna be sad to see a lot of these guys go. But yeah. Anyway, so shout out to the defensive line. Great play. I can't say too much about the secondary. Honestly, I don't remember, opening my eyes too much for the secondary, besides making sure that the plays weren't super big. So I think that's a good thing, right? They did not have like this super blown coverage or this big play for more than like, I don't know, 30 yards or something crazy like that. They didn't have anything like that. And that's probably exactly how we need to be, right? If they could continue doing that, they should be all right, because the defensive line is going to be murdering fools up front. So Ollie Gordon came in a little bit later in the second half. The times that he was stuffed at the line, it was O-lineman play. Mm-hmm. But otherwise, and one time he did run like kind of almost, Kalen Ballage again right into his own lineman and kind of just fell backwards after that. But for the most part, looking pretty good as well. That's another guy that a lot of the media right now, a lot of people on the internet are like, hey, that's definitely running back too. And then with H.M. being injured right now, that might be our guy here for the foreseeable future. They brought in Boone and Champlin. They had a couple of runs. Champlin had a good one for like probably close 30 yards, which was his only carry, I think. And it looked pretty good. He looked good. He's a thick guy, kind of shorter but thick. He looked strong, and it was a strong run. So pretty good off of those guys. So, and then of course Ethan Robinson with the interception to end the game was dude. Did you see that? Did you see that highlight?
Yeah.
He leaped like, it looked like 10 feet in the freaking air, bro.
Dude, he was verticalizing for sure, man.
He was in the air, bro. That's why he was able to get it. He was in there so long, like just waiting for it. Just grabbed it. I was like, wow.
He was almost like floating there as a pass was coming to him. Very athletic stuff for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, looking forward. Quinn Ewers, QB2. I guess you already kind of touched on that, right? But
well, see, it's just going to be a matter of circumstance, right? Because we don't have anyone else. Tua goes down, we don't have anyone else. Zach Wilson, we're going to be calling for his head in the second quarter of the first game that he's in. And that's what's sad about it.
Why are we in this position, though? You know what I mean? And I said it last year. And obviously we didn't have this channel yet, but I wish we did. Because I said it last year, too. It's like our quarterbacks, we needed to have one of the best backup quarterbacks in the roster, bro. Because we're so unsure with Tua and his ability to stay on the field.
Yeah.
That a backup quarterback's almost guaranteed to probably play half of the season. So it was crazy. That I guess they threw all the eggs on the Zach Wilson basket and hoping that they could rehab him. But and I wasn't quite sure because he was kind of highly regarded coming out of college. So I was like, maybe there's something there that people weren't bringing out. But it doesn't look like it, dude. It looks like somebody was saying that when he was at BYU that for the most part, he just was against bad teams, creating time for himself, stretching the pocket out. And as he's rolling out, finding the open receiver. So it was all basically based on making up his own play, basically. After the whole play was washed, he extended the play with his feet, and then he would find the open receiver. And that's kind of how he got all his yardage. And I don't know. I don't watch BYU, but that might be true.
Might be. I just don't have a. We're not supposed to read into preseason as much. So, but Zach Wilson has proven to be this bad already.
Yeah.
In the big leagues, right? With the Jets.
Yeah.
So and we're seeing it now in, when he's got garbage time or playing against other second strings, third strings. So what kind of hope are we supposed to have at this point, right?
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah. He's lucky that Eskridge was providing him with a lot of separation. Eskridge was wide open all game, bro.
Right.
Yeah. He's probably gonna end up because of the game, he's gonna be in the roster most likely. I think as the fifth wide receiver or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
plus he's done well in special
teams and return. Besides that fumble, his returns are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Just of the way he runs, kind of angry. His cuts are angry. Who do you think I'm thinking of? Come on, man. Who's an angry runner? Not that fast. Quick, but not that fast.
Like an angry wide receiver?
Yeah.
For us?
Mm-hmm. Miami. For a while, and then he left and went to another team. But he was with us for
Landry?
Jarvis Landry. That's what it reminds me of.
Wow.
He's a little thicker. But the way he moves, the way he runs, his energy is kind of like Landry. He reminds me of Landry a little bit.
Cool.
Anyway. Yeah, so in Indianapolis, we're going against Daniel Jones, apparently. So, like we said in the first, when we were talking about the schedule, right? Same. I mean, whatever. Richardson, Daniel Jones, fuck, it's the same shit, in my opinion.
How disappointing for the Colts, like that Anthony Richardson still not, man,
still not ready. Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, I mean, do you really feel sorry for him, bro? How many years has the Dolphins been looking for a quarterback, bro? They at least had Peyton Manning for some time, so I mean, don't care. Sorry. Yeah. I hope we beat that ass week 1.
I hope so, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Who we got next? Jaguars.
Yep.
Jaguars next. It's probably gonna be our third string guys. The guy's looking to make a roster spot. They're probably going to run Ollie Gordon some more, though. So, some people, definitely some players to see. But, stay tuned for our next episode. We're probably going to drive it live again. And you guys can come and talk some crap. Like and subscribe. I don't know exactly when we're going to do that because we have busy schedules. And so you're going to have to keep an eye out. Go into YouTube every once in a while, or maybe we'll start putting it on our X, or look for our handles, and you know, we might just post when the schedules, you know, when's our next scheduled episode, and at least, you know, give you some heads up. So like and subscribe, chop that subscribe button. And we'll see you next time after the Jags game. Fins up.
Fins up.